Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today, as you can see, I'm in my kitchen because I'm filming a what's in my pantry type video. Don't really know what to call it. I guess that's sufficient enough. But I do a lot of baking videos and post a lot of baking photos on my Instagram, and you guys seem to really want to know what's in these cupboards behind me to see what I put in my baking stuff and all that kind of jazz. So yeah, if you guys are new to my channel, please don't forget to hit subscribe. That is not subscribe, that is a thumbs up. Please don't forget to hit subscribe and thumbs up this video if you guys want to see what's in my fridge, because that would be cool to film. But yeah, without further ado, let's stop rambling and nosy in my pantry. So firstly, let's just have a look at my kitchen counter. So we have a fruit bowl here, which we keep all our bananas in. We usually also keep our potatoes and stuff in here, but we just have a bunch of bananas. Both of us have a banana a day. In case you guys didn't know, I live with my boyfriend Andy. But yeah, we love bananas, so they're a staple in our diet. I also have magnesium tablets. That's not really in my pantry, but this is the only tablet I take for my health, and I really notice a difference when I take magnesium, so I keep that right there as well. I also have an empty jar which had chia seeds in it, but I ran out last week and I have to go to the shops and get some more. So that's usually full of chia seeds. And then I have some maca powder. I really love maca powder because it's really good at balancing hormones and your energy levels and everything like that. So I love putting that in my smoothies. Then I have some Ultra Cleanse greens powder, which is really awesome for you and your digestive system. Then I have some raw cacao powder, which I literally use pretty much every day because I have such a big sweet tooth. I also have some mixed nuts in here. And then at the back I have some organic virgin coconut oil. I use this in my baking, I use it to cook, I use it in coffee. I just use this bad boy all the time. And then I also have some apple cider vinegar. Remember to get the with the mother kind because that's the one that's like good for you. But I have this in the morning with a slice of lemon. Alright, so I don't really know how to film this part, but basically this whole top section is all my baking stuff. As I said in the intro, I bake a lot of healthy snacks throughout the week. As you can probably tell by our pantry, I don't like to buy any packaged goods or anything like that. I try to bake my own things so I can see what goes in them. So yeah, I have a lot of staples. So first on this side, I just have flour. So I have some plain wholemeal flour right here, and then I have plain white flour, and then behind that I have some self-raising flour. I then have some organic coconut flour and some almond meal. I tend to use either coconut flour or almond meal in most of my baked goods. I used to always use wholemeal flour, but I'm trying to go not necessarily paleo, but just like high fat instead of just like purely carbs. So I generally tend to use coconut flour or almond meal. I also crumb chicken schnitzels in almond meal and it makes it so good. So I highly recommend that. And then I have some LSA, which is linseed, sunflower seeds, and almond meal. I put these in like bliss bowls every now and again just to give it more like health benefits. That made no sense. And then I also have some desiccated coconut. This is like no added sugar. I then have shredded coconut in this tub right here. Next to that one I have my dates. I use these in all of my bliss bowls and protein balls because it just acts as a really good base. So yeah, I just have a bag of dates right there. So next up we have some fruit and nut mix. This is my obsession. I love snacking on this throughout the day and also like on long car journeys. It's just like the perfect snack because it's really healthy for you and it fills you up super quickly. And then I have some unsalted peanuts. I like to put this with a frozen banana and that raw cacao powder to make like banana and ice cream, and it kind of has like a banana split kind of vibe to it. So I love me some unsalted peanuts. I then also have cashews. Cashews are my favorite nut. I'm obsessed with them. I usually get the salted ones with like sea salt, but I get the natural cashews for lemon and coconut bliss balls and things like that. I then have some coconut sugar. This is a really good alternative to white sugar or raw sugar because it's unrefined and it's natural. So yeah, and then I just have some raw cacao powder that didn't fit in the tub before, but I go through this like crazy. So on this side we have all our condiments. I get the natural 100% peanut butter. Andy just gets the normal crunchy peanut butter that has like salt and sugar, but I prefer the natural kind. He then also gets honey to go on his toast, and I sometimes put this on porridge, but very rarely. And then I have some pure maple syrup. At the back there we just have random stuff like Vegemite and peppermint extract and chocolate topping and strawberry topping, things that we never really reach for, but you know, they're kind of like things that you have in your pantry. I then have some rice cakes. This is probably the only thing that I eat that like comes in a pack. I love putting natural peanut butter on rice cakes as a little afternoon snack. Literally obsessed. Pretty much have it every single afternoon. And then behind here we just have some protein bars, which are Andy's, and these two are Andy's as well. He takes them to work. Behind that we have some sauces. So I have some pure sesame oil, which I use for fried rice. I also have some tamari sauce, which is basically soy sauce, but it has a lot less salt than soy sauce. And then some teriyaki marinade, which I never use, but I have it anyway. Behind that I also have some lemon and ginger tea and some vegetable stock powder for when I make my soups and stuff. And then we have some no added sugar tomato sauce and no added sugar barbecue sauce. I love tomato sauce. It's literally my favorite thing ever, especially with sweet potato chips. I die. So obsessed with those. Behind that I just have some sesame seeds, which I also put in like my Chinese Asian kind of dishes. Then we have 2-minute noodles, which is Andy's because I hate 2-minute noodles. And then we have some tempura batter mix, which I used to use to crumb our chicken before I founded Almond Mill. And then in this little container here I just have like a pre-made soup mix. It's like dried up corn, peas, carrot and lentils, that kind of thing, just to make like a veggie stock. We then have Weet-Bix, which Andy has every morning for breakfast. I used to have Weet-Bix when I was a kid, but I don't really eat cereal anymore, so Andy has these for breakfast every morning. We then have some sweet potatoes. We live off sweet potatoes. They're our favorite. We always make either sweet potato mash or sweet potato chips. But yeah, they're a big staple in our diet. And I think that's all for that shelf. And last but not least, this is a bit of like the cereal and powder section. So over in the left hand corner we have popcorn. Andy takes this again to work. Basically, if you guys are new to my channel, I get lunch at work, so I always make like chicken salads and stuff because I work in a cafe, so that's why we don't have like a ton of food, because I have lunch at work, but half this stuff is for Andy's lunch. I then have my protein powder. I just get the Define Vanilla Protein. I put this in my smoothies in the morning, and I also use it in a lot of my baking recipes because it adds like a nice vanilla flavor. I have some quick oats here and then also some rolled oats down here. I love oats. I live off them. They're amazing. Another cereal I have is some organic granola with berries. I put this on top of yogurt every now and again. And then I also have some brown rice puffs, which I use in a lot of baking stuff. I then have my Tropeaka powders. If you guys watch Sarah's Days, I'm sure you've heard about Tropeaka powders before, but they actually sent these to me like 2 years ago, I think. So I've just been using them every now and again. So I use the Ultra Cleanse, which is the greens powder I showed you before. This Boost powder is basically a protein powder, but it's chocolate flavor, so I love this one. And then I also have the Vanilla Pump Protein. I generally have either one of these two as my post-workout protein shake because they're vegan and they don't contain whey protein, which is a lot better and easier for my stomach to digest. So they're really good because they don't bloat you and don't make you feel like really sick in the stomach, especially after a workout. So those are the two powders I use as my post-workout protein. Wow, Brittany, wow. And last but not least, we have some Nutri-Grain. We don't usually eat cereal, but we just went away for the weekend and this was the cereal we picked up. So yeah, we just have some Nutri-Grain in the corner there. It is my favorite cereal though. It's amazing. So yeah, that about wraps up this video. My battery has been flashing red the whole entire time I've been filming this. I'm waiting for Andy to get home because I don't know where my charger is and I think he hid it somewhere. But I'm going to quickly wrap up this video before the battery dies. Again, please give it a big thumbs up for me if you did and would like to see what's in my fridge. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!